As dusk turned to night across the ruined landscape, Trunks stood alone, his gaze fixed on the horizon, where the last streaks of light lingered. The battlefield was silent now, a stark contrast to the chaos that had reigned mere hours before. The air, once thick with the scent of ozone and fire, now carried a cool breeze. Whispering through the broken remnants of what had been Trunks' mind was a tumult of relief and foreboding victory, tempered with the knowledge that peace was but a temporary ally in this world. In the quiet that followed the storm, Trunks found himself grappling with the enormity of his decision to remain in this timeline. Each star that appeared in the night sky seemed to him a reminder of the vastness of his responsibility. He thought of his mother, her genius and determination a beacon in his darkest times. Her final words to him, filled with both pride and sorrow, echoed in his heart. She had understood the necessity of his choice, perhaps better than he did himself, and her blessing was both a comfort and a burden. As the night deep and Goku approached, his stride easy, his expression contemplative, the elder Saiyan clapped the hand on Trunks' shoulder, a simple gesture that spoke volumes. "The weight of the future is a heavy one," Goku said, his voice low, "but remember, you're not carrying it alone." This moment of camaraderie was interrupted by the arrival of Vegeta. The proud Saiyan Prince stood a few paces away, his arms crossed, his usual skull deeper than usual, yet there was a glint of respect in his eyes that had seldom been directed at Trunks before. "You did well today," Vegeta admitted grudgingly, "but don't let your guard down. The path you've chosen is fraught with peril." The following days were a blur of training and preparation. Trunks, Goku, and Vegeta spent countless hours sparring, each session more intense than the last. Trunks was pushed to his limits, his body and mind honed by the relentless pace set by Goku and the critical eye of Vegeta. The training was brutal, exhausting, but with each passing day, Trunks felt a growing sense of kinship and purpose. He wasn't just training to become stronger, he was building the foundations of a future he was determined to protect. During moments of rest, but Trunks found himself deep in conversation with Piccolo and Gohan. From Piccolo he learned the art of patience and the importance of strategy over sheer strength. Gohan, with his unique perspective of having grown up in both peace and war, shared insights into the balance of power and responsibility. These discussions often stretched long into the night, filled with philosophical questions and the shared experiences of those who had seen too much. The peace they had fought for was shattered. With the emergence of Majin Buu, Trunks' leadership and foresight were put to the test, as they faced an enemy that was unlike any other. The preemptive strike that Trunks orchestrated was a masterpiece of tactical warfare, catching Babidi and Deborah off guard, and significantly delaying Majin Buu's resurrection. The Z fighters rallied under Trunks' command, their actions a seamless dance of power and precision. Yet the true challenge came with the arrival of Beerus. Trunks' diplomatic approach, advocating for a show of power, coupled with humility, marked a departure from the usual confrontational tactics. The feast that Bulma organized under Trunks' guidance turned into a battlefield of a different sort, with Earth's delicacies serving as both weapon and shield. Beerus' capricious nature was a wild card that Trunks played deftly, balancing flattery with feats of strength, ensuring that Earth remains safe for the time being. As the narrative unfolds towards the climactic tournament of power, Trunks' role as a leader and strategist comes to the forefront. The preparations for the tournament are intense and meticulous, with Trunks at the center, coordinating strategies and forging alliances. His experiences, once a source of pain and isolation, now serve as invaluable lessons that he shares with his fellow fighters, preparing them not just for battle, but for the realization that their actions could determine the fate of entire universes. The tournament itself is a whirlwind of chaos and combat, with stakes that are unimaginably high. Every fight is a test of endurance, skill and spirit. Trunks, with his calm demeanor and strategic mind, makes pivotal decisions that shift the tide in their favor. His leadership shines brightest when the odds are against them. His voice, a steady command amid the roar of the crowd and the clash of powers. As the battles rage, Trunks finds himself reflecting on the journey that led him here. Each strike, each move he makes, is imbued with the determination to protect this world, to ensure that the nightmares of his past never become their future. When the final battle arrives, it's more than just a fight for survival. It's a culmination of all the hopes and fears, the friendships and rivalries, and the unyielding spirit of a warrior who had seen the worst and fought for the best. Trunks' final stand, a spectacular display of power and will, is not just a fight against an opponent, but a declaration to the universe. As his energy surges and the arena trembles under the force of his attack, the legacy of Trunks is etched into the annals of time, not just as a hero who crossed timelines, but as a guardian whose courage and resolve reshape the destiny of worlds.